What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Brain gaming video, and today we're taking a look at The Last of Us Part 2 on RTX 5090. Now we're at the ultra settings. As you can see, literally everything maxed out. The only thing I have turned off is motion blur because personally, just no, not my thing. So motion blur is off, sorry. Everything else maxed out. Display settings 4K. We'll start off at native DLAA with everything literally just the max DLAA, no DLSS, no sort of like frame generation or anything like that. This is full raw performance from 5090. We're starting off in this area here, which I'm probably going to die because I haven't played this game in a while, so just bear with me while I attempt to play this game, to be honest. So let's get rid of this guy, and hopefully we're going to do this. Very nice. Alright, so we're at a solid 90 frames per second for indoors, which is by no means good, to be honest. Let's just eliminate these guys real quick.
Alright, that's all of them.
That is all of them indeed. Alright, so it looks very good though, I've got to say. It looks absolutely incredible. Although I do want to get outside because, you know, why would we want to be indoors in this horrible area when we can be outside, where it's nice and lovely? So let's do that. I haven't actually played this game through on PC. I know the performance, well, I got it day one, and I did try it out day one, and it was absolutely horrible on my RTX 4090 at the time, which was very disappointing to see. So, we got another area in here we can just have a little look at. I know this isn't a playthrough, so I got to be careful that I'm not boring people. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm doing my best. I can't always be fun, you know? All right, let's go outside. So, a little stutter there. A little stutter, gotta say. That wasn't good, but it is what it is. So let's go outside and see the gorgeousness of this world, because this world is absolutely phenomenal. Now, obviously, we can turn on other settings, which we're going to have a look at here in a second, because I don't want to play at 80 frames on a 5090, right? Why would we want to do that? That's pretty poor, really, for the you know, for what we're getting here. So let's go into the options, which is up here behind my display. Let's go to display and let's turn on some DLSS, right? Let's go to, let's go to here, and NVIDIA DLSS super resolution. Let's do quality mode. We'll keep frame generation off and leave everything else as is. And let's just see what the performance difference is. Let's reset our 1% lows. Boom. There we go. 100. Can you be quiet, Tess, please? The 120 frames per second, 130s and 140s here. That is not too bad. I'm going to use this area as my little sort of like benchmark area for now. We will go further in the game and we'll just have a little look around, see if anything drastically changes. But for me, this is how I would personally play it. DLSS quality looks absolutely brilliant. It's just insane. So we've got 120 FPS on my 4K TV. It's caps out at that anyway, so this is how I personally play it. But if we wanted to turn on frame generation, do I need to turn off VSync first? Wait, it is off. Frame generation not available when anti-aliasing mode. Okay, so I need to turn off. Why do they make this so confusing, man? Just turn off the anti-aliasing mode for me then. What? I'm confused. Hang on. Frame generation. Frame generation is available when anti-aliasing mode or scaling mode is set to AMD FSR as an inactive. Wait, there's no DLSS frame gen. What are we talking about? Really? Okay, I'm confused then. Okay, so I had to quickly Google it and just make sure I wasn't being crazy. But yes, there is 0 frame gen in Last of Us without using FSR. So FSR is the only type of frame gen. So if we want to go to that, which makes the quality definitely worse in terms of actual image quality, you can ignore the 1% lows because they're not exactly accurate. Now, it's smoother. We have 200 frames per second, of course, using frame gen, but no, we're on a NVIDIA card. I'm not using the likes of FSR. I think FSR is absolutely garbage, in my opinion, compared to frame gen. I know people will be upset with that or whatever, but at the end of the day, for me personally, as a NVIDIA user on the 5090, FSR, it does not look remotely close like next to DLSS quality and FSR quality together, it's not even close to how it is. But we have other options, right? If you want higher FPS with DLSS, we can indeed use DLSS performance, which we have used the transformer model. By the way, we are running preset K. So if you would like higher frames, it's a little bit higher, close to my 160 Hz monitor that I have right now. My TV's 120, so I'd play at quality. But if I wanted to get higher frames, then I would do this. But to be honest, the difference between this and 120 is really not much. So I'm just going to stick to DLSS quality because it looks very, very good. Let's do that, DLSS quality. I hate it when from both suppliers, whether it's NVIDIA doing it, Intel doing it, AMD doing it, where people pay to like lock down basically upscalers to certain games. I think it's baffling from any company to do that. Every game should have every option for every user because it's just wrong. It's just completely wrong. But yeah, I don't know why people as well are so like afraid. Yes, the plank did fall down. I don't know why people are so afraid to just sort of admit. I want to quickly just check to make sure I am actually on quality. Yeah, we've increased FPS in this area with quality. But I don't know why people are sort of so afraid to accept that DLSS is just much better at upscaling than FSR. I understand NVIDIA and AMD have their war going on. It's a bit like the console fanboy war, to be honest, but on PC. But I'm sorry, it just is better. What am I doing? Is there a plank or something, did she say? Oh, yeah, down there. It is just better. Like, it is factually a better upscaler in pretty much the majority of cases. I don't think I've actually ever tested both and had the result of DLSS being worse. So, I don't know. I don't know why people are afraid to admit that. Doesn't mean the card's always better. Like, AMD has great value for money, and, like, they're brilliant cards, but, you know, we can't just lie about stuff just because we like a certain card over another. Like, that's just weird behavior at that point. So, yeah, the quality is really, really good anyway. We're at 140 frames. If we had frame gen times 4 in this game, just imagine the frame rates we could see. Just, that would be absolutely insane. But performance-wise, very good. It's always nice playing a Sony game. Nice flat graph. I'm going to put on, let's put on VSync. Let's do that. Where is VSync? There it is. Let's put on, no. Let's apply VSync, yes, please. And let's carry on, just so we smooth out my frame rate a little bit in terms of, like, the monitor and stuff, so we don't get any jagged lines and stuff. So this is looking pretty good. 140 frames per second right now. Very nice. Using a very low 480 watts then. It's ridiculous. Like, if you've got this card, guys, just undervolt it or, like, I don't know. Limit performance if you don't care about maxing it out, but at the end of the day, if you're on a 5090, you're probably happy to pay for the performance, right? But you can undervolt it so it's running less crazy high. Oh, stutters going into this area. It's still funny to see. Why is there like a shadow of a human being out there? Why is that? Why is that the way it is? That's kind of creepy, you know? But yeah, it's still crazy. There's still some bugs and stutter issues loading into areas in this game. It's kind of weird. Right, what are we doing? I wasn't really... Oh. There we go. We're coming back.
No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
Okay, come on. Open the door. Nothing else for me to loot in here. Oh, there's some bullets, which is always useful. I should probably be taking those.
No, he's expecting us.
I definitely need to do another playthrough of this game on PC. Now that it's much better than it was at launch, because it was pretty poor.
Good to go.
Alright, off we go. See if there's any difference in this area. This is quite like a good area to test, because there's more NPCs. So let's see how we drop down. We haven't. We've actually probably, if anything, gone up. Let me uncap my... Let's uncap the VSync, just so we can see... yeah, just so we can see if we actually run above. Alright, let's go through this area. I have reset my 1% lows. We're still running above that 120 frames per second in a second in a, you know, most cases here, which is nice. I don't think we've actually dropped below it in terms of like actual FPS. 1% lows are, but come on, 116. You don't want to take this fight, my guy.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together.
What's this guy's problem? Does he just do that to every guy who comes through here? Weird. Weird guy.
An old headache. Don't ask.
Alright, so this, performance-wise, very good. Pretty happy with it. 150 FPS. Oh, big little, well, little stutter there. When I looked over here, I don't know what's going on. Anything, I do it again? No. I guess it's just loading in new parts. But I'm interested to see if Last of Us 2 is any different, to be honest. Because that game, I believe, is probably actually going to be more demanding. But at the same time, I reckon it might actually run slightly better in a way, like in terms of stutter issues. I'm interested to test it. It's more open worldy as well. We've got that like whole central area to test. I don't actually own it on PC yet, but I will have to get it. Can we skip cutscenes? No, we can't. Never mind. It is what it is.
Back to the war.
I don't think there's much more for me to say, to be honest. No, there's nothing else I can do. But yeah, there's not much more that I can really say about this game. It runs really well. It looks really, really good. I'm pretty happy with it all in all. It feels good, plays well, good FPS. Obviously, like, it's a 5090. It's kind of just brute forces its way, you know. Oh,
Here we go.
combat. I'm sure there was a skip cutscene button before.
Let us through.
I don't know.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
170 FPS in the cutscenes, by the way. 180 there. It's pretty good.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
Okay,
Going
well,
anywhere without Robert.
look at the detail as well.
Bash
Like,
your skull unless you turn around and
it
get your
looks
dumb ass out.
very good.
Fuck this.
Nice.
You ready?
All right,
Yeah.
let's get in some combat. See if we can drop frames at all. I'm going to reset my 1% lows. Come on, pop your head up. Oh man, my shots are not very good today.
We battle.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pay. I think you're going to pay, my guy. All right, come on. Boom. All right, there we go. I need some bullets, man. We only got one bullet left.
Nicely done, Texas.
Okay, there we go.
You too.
We got some more bullets.
These guys.
If Robert's good at one thing, he's writing blank checks. Let's go.
So, excuse me. Sorry, I'm just sneezing like crazy, guys. There is very good 1% lows in this area. We haven't even dropped below 120 on the 1% lows. So, I'm pretty satisfied with this performance. I don't think there's much more for me to test. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below what other games you would like me to play. Obviously, there's no like input delay. This feels absolutely insane, like on mouse and keyboard. I'd actually like to play through this game on mouse and keyboard, to be honest. I feel like it's almost suited better. Shooting games feel like I prefer Call of Duty and stuff on controller because, I don't know, I'm just used to that, and every pro plays on a controller, so there's obviously a reason. Excuse the voice crack. But certain games like this will just feel really, really nice. But leave a like, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and yeah, see you in future videos. Bye-bye for now.